Bah, the self-proclaimed GOAT is back. It is your boy, Suleiman. I'm back with another video. Today, we are going to be talking about how to be athletic and aesthetic. Real quick up on the screen, you're going to see the training I did today. Nothing crazy, just some biceps, some neck, and then some flexibility, mobility, stretch, and training. All right, so anyways, how to be athletic and aesthetic, or what I like to call athletic. We gonna coin that term. Don't even worry about it. Okay, so pretty much being athletic and aesthetic, you're pretty much looking like an anime character. You got the sleeper build, you got the abs, the V taper, you got the big muscles, not too big, nothing crazy, but semi mid, semi big tier. And then in addition to this, you perform as good as you look. This means you look like an anime character / fitness influencer, but you can also run fast, you can jump high, you can move with grace and agility. To be quite honest, you're pretty much a superhuman, you're a super saiyan. Nothing crazy. Now, why do we want this? Well, because for one, obviously you want to be aesthetic because, having muscle, it's the best. It's healthy for you. It's really good for you. And when you look good, when you got muscles, it makes it easier to get jobs. You look more attractive. You look good, like shit, bro. But then in addition to this, you combine this with athletics and being able to move well, you'll not only be able to look good, but you can move with grace and you'll have the power to match it. So not only do you look physically capable, you are physically capable. Because that's the thing with a lot of these people that are aesthetic, sure, they look good, but you get them on a basketball court, they're huffing and puffing after 2 minutes and they they pretty much die on the court. But then you got athletic people, sure, they can perform good, do all these high flying jumps and dunks, but sometimes the body doesn't match the athletic movements. They don't really look like an athlete. Just look at some basketball players. A lot of basketball players, super athletic, freaky athletic, jumping out the gym, running fast, but they're skinny. They might not have the greatest physiques in the world. So that's why we need to combine these two, because then you not only look physically capable, you are physically capable. And look, if there's one thing that when it comes to attraction, it's being physically capable. Add on top of that, looking physically capable. Oh my gosh, bro. You're going to be a sexy beast. Pause. Anyways, now how do we do this? Okay, obviously you got to lift weights. But you got to lift weights with the intent of gaining strength, okay? A lot of people go in the gym. They love to do the 3x10 and all that. Look, that's going to build muscle. But like I said, we're trying to get aesthetic and athletic. So what you're going to do when you go in the gym, when you lift with your compounds, you're going to do low reps. We're talking like 4 to 6 reps. That's going to be on like bench, deadlifts, squatting, pull-ups, handstands, all the big compound movements. You want to do like 4 to 6 reps. Then when you do like isolation movements like curls, calf raises, shrugs, tricep extensions, you want to do a bit higher rep range, like 7 to 10. But you'll be gaining strength from the compound. So when you do these isolations, you can actually you can apply more weight and thus gain more muscle. Because remember, when you lift in like the 8 to 12 rep range, you get the pump and all that. That does help you gain muscle. So think about it. If you bench 135 for 10 and your goal is to bench 185 for 10, don't do 135 for 10 and then next week do 145 for 8 and then slowly work up to doing 145 for 10. No, you want to fucking speed up that process. So instead, work up, get your bench to like 225 by 4 or something, 225 by 5, and then when you go back to benching 185, you'll be able to do 185 by 10. It's way more enjoyable. You get strong. And when you go back to the muscle building phase, it'll be easier to gain muscle. You see what I'm saying? Because when you're able to lift more weight, on like the muscle building exercises, you're going to explode and get huge. But look, it's not just about being aesthetic and looking big. We actually want to be strong and have power and be able to move athletically. So then after you train for strength, you're going to go then apply the strength to things like sprints, plyometrics. This way you can become explosive, fast, and powerful. In addition to this, you also want to train your mobility and your flexibility like I'm doing in this. When I train this, I'm able to go into deeper ranges of motions. I prevent injury. Also, it feels good and it calms you down. So I'm going to be preventing injury so I don't have to worry about taking breaks. In addition to this, doing things like sprints and plyometrics, flexibility, it's going to naturally lean you out. So you simply just apply strength to these movements. The strength that you have, you apply it to these movements. Then when you go to play sports, when you go to play stuff like basketball, when you go to play football, if you go to box, if you go to play tennis, you'll be faster and you can apply these skills to these sports. You're naturally going to get lean while still being aesthetic. Remember, muscle is a byproduct of strength. If you are strong, it's easier to gain muscle. Now look, I always hear the thing, it's like, being strong doesn't build muscle. This is false. Obviously, as you get strong, you might not gain muscle immediately, but over time, once you get strong, and then if you go back to like doing muscle building exercises like 3x10 on bench, 3x10 on pull-ups, you will be able to lift more. You will be able to gain more muscle. All right. And on top of that, don't forget, just eat a clean diet, high protein, lots of fruits and veggies. Avoid the processed junk and all that crap. Avoid the processed foods, the processed carbs, all the junk food, the juices, the sodas. Avoid alcohol, all that. And you will be athletic and aesthetic in like 3 months. I'm telling you, it doesn't take a long time. This style of training is what's worked for me. This style of training is what has worked for tons of people. And look, if you are a little confused, don't even worry. I have a whole workout program coming out soon on how to do exactly this. But anyways, with that being said, it is your boy Suleiman. All right, stay blessed and stay tuned. We just keep going up, y'all. And also check out more of my videos here. If you want to see a video on the 5 habits of D1 athletes, that's going to be recommended later on at the end of this video. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am out.